Hello and welcome. My name is Felicia, and today I have a special guest, my son Noah, who's going to be assisting me with today's class. And theme today is wall yoga. So I really enjoy using the wall as a prop, and so one of the first challenges is trying to find a space in your house that has an empty wall that you can basically have access to. And for today's class, a couple of extra props that might be helpful is having a yoga strap or a belt or a tie and a block of some sort. So why wall yoga? The wall is a great prop, and the wall can be used to offer support, can be used for structure, stability, a sense of security, and even setting boundaries. And so like we like to say in yoga, what we practice on the mat, we can take out into the world. Today I invite you to explore the various messages that the wall provides for you. And so while you're getting set up, sometimes I've read and we've heard through other people that enjoy watching or taking the class, but they have difficulty getting on and off the floor. So Noah's going to be doing the warm-up up against the wall as I guide him. And then I'll be using a chair for the kind of modification of the floor portion, and then we'll move all together to the wall. So feel free to start either on the floor with, we're going to start legs up the wall, or the warm-up of the lower body in that from a chair aspect. So in preparation, we're going to begin. I'll invite you to come and sit so that the left hip is near the edge of the wall. We're going to move this out of the way. And then lying down on your right side, and then slowly drawing those legs up onto the wall. And you might want to position yourself, those that may have a little hamstring tightness. You might want to keep your bottom a little away from the wall. And just find that position. Bring your strap alongside. I'm going to place that next to you here. So we'll be using that. And so as we get ready, just settling the body, legs up the wall, arms alongside of the body, and trying to relax the head and neck. And just bring awareness to the energy level of the body today. And then as we move the awareness from the body to the breath, invite you to give yourself permission to kind of set aside any distracting thoughts, any anxiety and worries of the day, giving yourself this gift of this practice today. And as we draw that awareness to the breath, finding that stillness, that awareness to the presence. And so for today's practice, our theme of wall yoga, I invite you to explore the messages that the wall presents to you during this physical practice, your asanas. That the wall can offer an assistance with our alignment, can offer a sense of support if we want to relax into a pose. The wall can provide support if maybe we're trying a new pose or moving deeper. Or maybe the wall poses a challenge to energize, working on strengthening the body. And so as we explore that today, I invite you to kind of keep those ideas in the back of your mind, maybe your personal intention based upon your energy level, your personal goal for today's practice. And so as we prepare to begin, bringing that awareness to that right leg, we gently draw that right knee in towards the chest and kind of rotating through the ankle in one direction, rotating through the other. And then taking the strap and placing it onto the ball of that right foot and sending that right leg out. And so maybe if it's comfortable, you could leave that heel resting against the wall. Or if it's comfortable, gently pulling that leg away. Having the strap in each hand, elbows resting on the floor. As you inhale, draw that breath into that right hip. And on the exhale, feel that leg lifting towards the sky. And now placing the straps into that right hand. And on the next exhalation, gently opening that right leg out to the side. And so we want to keep those hips nice and level. If it's comfortable, place that left hand gently onto that left hip. Giving a cue to just relax and melt. Feel the sole of the foot reaching towards the side. And then on the next inhalation, drawing that leg in. As we bend that knee, we're going to release the strap. Bring that right ankle on top of that left knee. We're forming a figure 4. As we move into this hip rotation, it's a supported pigeon pose. Breathe awareness into that right hip. And then if you'd like to move deeper on the next exhalation, gently sliding that left foot down the wall as we draw that right lower leg towards the chest. Come to a point of comfort without strain. So if you feel the hips lifting off the floor, maybe easing up that left leg back or pushing the body slightly away from the wall. And if you like to deepen the stretch, you can place that right hand onto that right thigh. As you inhale, drawing that awareness into the hip. On the exhale, gently press that thigh away. If you're sitting, maybe leaning into the pose. We're going to hold for 3 more breaths. And then preparing to release on the next inhalation, allowing that left foot to slide up the wall, slowly drawing that right knee back to the chest, and then extending back onto the wall. Taking a moment, shuffling through the body as we prepare for the other side. On the exhalation, drawing that left knee into the chest, giving a gentle hug, and rotating through that ankle. Maybe point, flex the foot, rotating one direction, then the other. And then slowly taking the strap, placing it onto the ball of that left foot as we send that left leg back out. Placing the strap in each hand, allowing those elbows to rest onto the earth. Soften, relax through the shoulders. And so again, option 1, keeping that heel resting onto the wall, or if it's comfortable, gently drawing away. Listening to the body, honoring where it is. And then slowly placing the straps into that left hand. On the next exhalation, opening the leg out to the side. Keeping those hips level. Feeling lengthening as we exhale, sole of the foot reaching away. on the next inhalation, drawing the leg back to center. As we bend that knee, release the strap, bringing that left ankle on top of that right knee. Form that figure four. Take a moment, breathe into that stretch. And then when ready, on the exhalation, gently sliding that right leg down, coming to a point of comfort, drawing that left lower leg towards the chest. And then using the breath, that as we inhale, we draw that breath into the hip. On the exhale, maybe gently press away. Release, relax into that stretch. And so the breath is a powerful tool that could help us move deeper into our asana. And checking in, the purpose of the wall right now, is it providing support, a challenge? And then on the next inhalation, rising up as we bring that right leg up the wall, slowly drawing that left knee towards the chest, giving a gentle hug, and then sending that leg back onto the wall. And now as we move into a forward fold, we invite the knees towards the chest, and then we take our strap and placing it on the balls of both feet. And then extending those legs back onto the wall, holding the strap. And then option one is just keeping those heels there. Option two is as you exhale, draw the legs away from the wall. Feel this stretch, the body supported. Option three, if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can choke up on the strap and draw the chin to chest, lift those shoulders up, coming into a forward fold. On the next exhalation, gently roll the torso down, head down, and then slowly removing strap and releasing the legs to the wall. Take a moment, maybe bending those knees, soles of the feet onto the wall. Gently windshield wipe those knees one side to the other. Beautiful. So now we're going to move into a spinal twist. And if you're on the floor, we're kind of rotating through the lower torso, the legs. Sitting up, we're rotating through our spine. So we're going to draw those feet down, bring those knees, 90-degree angle, ankles to the knees to the hips. Going to cross that left leg over the right. Try to bring those lower legs towards each other. And then on the next exhalation, walk that right foot down the wall. And then maybe you place that left foot onto the earth. Option one. Option two, if you'd like, you can release into that deeper twist. And then as we deepen that twist, on the inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head. On the exhale, begin to soften through that left shoulder. Maybe rotate the head to the left. So on the inhale, draw awareness expanding, and as you exhale, release and melt into the stretch. Preparing to release the pose. On the inhale, bringing the head back to center. And as you exhale, engage the core. Draw the knees back up. Soles of the feet back onto the wall. And take a moment readjusting through the spine. As we move to the other side, having the knees bent, soles of the feet onto the wall. This time we're going to cross that right leg over the left. Take a moment. And when ready, gently walking that left foot down the wall and placing that right foot, the sole of the right foot onto the earth. And if you'd like to go deeper, release, relax into that stretch. Again, using the breath as we inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head. On the exhale, begin to melt that right shoulder down, rotate the head to the right. And then preparing to release. On the inhale, bringing the head back to center. As we exhale, draw the knees back to center. Uncrossing the legs, taking a moment, maybe windshield wipe those knees one side to the other. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. And then slowly rolling the body onto one side. As we make our way up into our hands and knees, coming into tabletop. So we come onto our hands and knees, preparing for our little cat-cow. We're going to place the palms of the hands under the shoulders, having the knees underneath the hips. Neutral spine. And then on the exhale, we're going to tuck that tailbone under, rounding through the spine, draw the chin to chest. As we inhale, we allow that tailbone to reach skyward, soften through the abdomen, chest, look forward. We're going to go 3 more, moving at your own breath. Exhaling into cat. And inhaling into cow. Reach, soften through the chest. Again. And on that next exhalation, returning the spine to neutral. And as we move into a little bit of our core work, we want to check our position. So extending that left leg, I want to be able to place the sole of that left foot onto the wall. Option 1 is just having the toes onto the floor, let the heel touch the wall. Option 2 is that we're going to lift that leg up. And so we come back into tabletop, and we bring that awareness to that left leg. On the exhale, we're going to draw that left knee into the chest. And as we inhale, we're going to send that left leg back, touch the wall. Again, exhale, drawing in. Inhale, reach back and stretch. Last one, we're going to hold. Exhale, we're going to draw in, engage the core, squeeze. Inhale, reach, stretch, and hold. So we place that foot onto the wall. Draw that navel to the low back. Really pull into this core. Level the hips. Crown of the head reaching forward. And then on the exhalation, release the leg down. Give a little shake, maybe rotate through the wrist. As we reset, bringing awareness to that right side. Strong into the core. Exhale, draw that right knee into the chest. As we inhale, reach back, touch. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, reach back, stretch. One more. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, reach back, stretch, and hold. So engage that core, level the hips. Good. Press that foot into the wall. Feel that support in this pose. And then on the next exhale, release the leg down. opening the knees a little wider than the hips. We're going to move into child's pose or puppy pose. Come down to the point of comfort for you. A full inhale and complete exhale. And then on the next inhalation, we draw back up, coming into tabletop, reset the body. As we're going to challenge and level up, we're going to move into our bird dog. So we're going to be moving opposite arm and leg. So again, positioning ourselves so that our foot can make contact with the wall. We bring that awareness to that left side. On the exhale, draw that left knee into the chest. As we inhale, we extend that left leg. Place the foot, either just heel or the sole of the foot onto that wall. Level the hips. Breathe. Draw that navel to that low back, supporting through the core. There you go. Nice and tight. And now, if it's comfortable, bring awareness to that right arm. Level 1 is just walking those fingers out, resting onto the floor. Level 2, if it's comfortable, reach that right arm up. Breathe. Engage the core. Feel the back of the body connecting that right shoulder to the left hip. We've got 2 more breaths. Really push into that wall. Feel support. And then on the next exhalation, slowly releasing the arm, releasing the leg. Take a moment, shake it out. And now we're moving to the other side. On the next exhalation, drawing that right knee in. And as you inhale, send it back. Press into the wall, engage the core, draw that navel to the low back. Get long through the crown of the head, and then when ready, inhale, reach left arm. Finding a place to focus the gaze. Breathe. Draw that navel to the low back. Nice. Push. Check in. What is the wall doing for you? Providing resistance, support, challenging. And then on the next exhalation, slowly release the arm, release the leg, opening those knees a little bit wider. Send the hips back, child's pose. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. And then when ready, slowly rolling up. We're going to make our way up to standing. So taking whatever props, supports you need to help you to come up to stand. Good job. And so now we've warmed up the lower body. We're going to bring awareness to the upper body. So we're going to take a hold. We're going to grab our blocks, kind of bring them along with us. We're going to just rest it up against the wall. So this time we're going to start working on opening through the shoulders and the upper back and chest. So position-wise, we're going to turn and face the wall. We're going to place our hands at hip level. Hands onto the wall. And then we're going to just invite this shoulder motion. So as we inhale, we're going to slide our arms up the wall. Exhale, bringing them back down. 2 more. On the third one, we're going to hold. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, coming down. Last one. Inhale, reach, stretch, and hold. So coming to a point of comfort, and if it's comfortable, allow the forehead to release towards the wall. Inviting a nice opening through that shoulder, through the axilla, armpit, and chest area. And now keeping the elbows onto the wall, we bring the palms of the hands together. and invite the hands to drop. They can maybe drop behind the head and neck, using the breath that as you inhale, feel a lengthening into the front of the body. Say that upper arm area. As you exhale, feel a sense of melting. Good. 3 more breaths. And then preparing to release. On the next inhalation, allowing the hands to come back to the wall. Unclasp, slowly rolling, drawing the arms down. Releasing the arms. Take a moment, shaking out. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. If you'd like to grab some water, you can do so. Now we're going to move and opening the chest and bringing awareness to the shoulder blades, the upper back. So for this one, we're going to position ourselves so that our bottom is resting against the wall. We can maybe have our feet about maybe 6 inches away from the wall. And then next, invite the shoulders back. And then see if the back of the head can touch. Now, some of you, for postural reasons, maybe can't get the head back. So rather than straining to get it there, I invite you to just have the shoulders. And bringing that awareness between the shoulder blades. So if I can get you to turn, not too far. Is that we're going to bring awareness here. Feel the sensation that these shoulder blades are being drawn towards each other. Okay? Relax. And so now, as we come into pose, we're going to bring our arms cactus position. And then invite the fingernails to touch the wall. So again, if postural-wise, you may be staying just in a W. If you can draw the fingernails back, and then invite the elbows forward. So really kind of bringing awareness into those shoulder blades. And then we're going to move with the breath. That as we inhale, we slide those nails up. Try to keep the elbows in front. As we exhale, we slide down. Squeezing. Now check in. Are you sticking the chest out? Try to bring those ribs in. We're going to tuck everything nice and tall. Again. Inhale, slide up. Exhale. Come down to the point of comfort. This next one we're going to hold. Inhale, slide up. Exhale, down and hold. Breathing deeply. We're going to hold position for 3 breaths. And so maybe you use the breath that on the exhalation you allow a little softening. A little relaxation into that stretch. And then on the next inhalation, rising up. And as we exhale, palms of the hands together to the heart center. Nice. Take a moment, move away from the wall. And just come to standing to Tadasana. And kind of bring that awareness. Feel the changes within. Maybe there's an opening into the chest. Maybe a little more awareness into that shoulder blade, upper spine region. Beautiful. And then release. Now we're going to move into the torso area. So we're going to work into our crescent stretch. So for this pose, we're going to take our block. And we're going to place it the long way, the long edge up against the wall. You can be on your mat, facing it down. Good. And then we're going to stand so that the right foot is on the side of our block. We're going to bring our feet together. Allow that right hip to rest onto the wall. As we inhale, we sweep the arms up. With the left hand, take a hold of that right wrist. And as you exhale, side bend to the left. And so as we hold this pose, check in. Is the chest a little closed? Can you draw that right arm alongside of that right ear and invite an opening? Really pressing on that outer part of that right foot. Allow that wall to support through the hip. Really elongate through that right side of the body. And then on the next inhalation, slowly rising up, reaching skyward. Exhale, hands to the heart. We slowly press away from the wall and then turning to the other side. So this time we stand our left foot up against that block. If you don't have a block, you're standing about maybe 5-6 inches away from the wall. And then bringing those legs, those feet together, we drop that left hip to the wall. As we inhale, the arms up. This time, with the right hand, take a hold of that left wrist. And then as you exhale, side bend into the center of the room. And so again, checking in with the body. Are you hunching, moving forward? Can you bring awareness, lengthening, elongation through that left side of the body? And as we hold this, check in. The message of the wall in this pose. Is it offering support? Providing a challenge? And then on the next inhalation, rising up, release the hold, hands to the heart. As we slowly press away, inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Good, so we've warmed up the body, we've warmed up, activated the muscles. Now we're going to move into a couple of our standing poses. And so we're going to move into our high crescent lunge. And so for this, we're going to take our block. And we're going to be turning our back is to the camera. So I'm going to instruct and then demonstrate here. So you might want to remove your socks so that you think you're good. Okay. So we're going to take our block and we're going to position our block so that that short end, the small end, is going to be pushed to the wall. And you can have an option. I'm going to let you use this as a lighter one. You can have an option. Yes, okay. So we're going to place this up against here. We're going to stand so that our left foot is forward. Our toes were about 2-3 inches away from the wall. And we're going to gently press that left knee into the block. So we're not trying to ram that knee into it, but we just press into it, offering some support and some stability. We're going to turn our body facing the wall, place our hands onto the wall. And then you get to decide how challenging this pose is by how far back you step with that right foot. So you're going to step back, have that right knee bent. The toes are pointing in the direction of the wall. You want a nice wide base. So imagine that you're standing on railroad tracks. So we get the alignment, grounding into that left big toe. When ready, begin to straighten that knee. if it's comfortable, let that heel melt. And as we move this foundation, the feet are trying to rip the mat apart, bringing that awareness, leveling the hips, the sensation that the left thigh bone is gently moving back, good. Right hip bone gently moving forward. Engage that right glute, really push. Broadening through the chest, lengthening through the crown of the head, and then if it's comfortable, engage the arms. So as we bring those arms up, the arms are nice and active. We're reaching, elongating. That we use the breath, that on the inhale, feel a sense of lift, expansion. On the exhalation, a sense of grounding, release. So the next couple of asanas, we're going to be holding this for several breaths. And so I invite you to kind of melt into the pose. Explore the wall. If it's offering assistance, its message for you at this time. We've got 3 more breaths. Preparing to release on the exhalation, releasing the hands to the wall, slowly bending that right knee as we remove the block and then step forward, shake it out. Taking a moment, inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. So we prepare for the other side. So this time we're going to step forward with that right foot. Excuse me. Again, a couple of inches, about 3 inches away from the wall. We're going to place the block up against the wall. Allow that knee to press into that block. Hands to the wall. And then stepping back with that left foot. Keep a slight bend into that knee. So as we get into this foundation, grounding into that right big toe, leveling those hips so they're facing the wall, and then begin to straighten that left knee. If it's comfortable, melting that left heel to the earth. Engage that left glute. Awareness up as we lift ribs off the waist, and then inhale, lift the arms. Active and engaged, settling into the pose. And then preparing to release on the next exhalation, releasing the hands to the wall. A slight bend into that left knee as we release the block. Stepping forward, shaking it out. We set the block down, inhale deeply, exhale through the mouth. One more, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. So now we're going to prepare for our triangle pose. And again, we're going to be up against the wall. We're going to use our block. So we're going to take our block, again, keeping it kind of in a low height. We're going to place that long end against the wall. Okay. We're going to position ourselves so that the right foot is against the block, or having it about, excuse me, 5 or so inches away from the wall. Then we're going to step back with that left foot. We're going to turn it and let the left heel be up against the wall. So we've opened the body towards the center. We're going to start with a bend into that right knee, placing that right hand onto the thigh. Gaze is down. So first, getting this alignment, letting that right hip rest against the wall, maybe the right shoulder rest against the wall. The sensation that you're pulling your mat or the floor apart, really pressing into that outer part of that left foot, grounding into that right foot. And then on the next inhalation, we invite the chest to open. Invite that left shoulder back. If it's comfortable, allow that left shoulder, the back of the head, to rest against the wall. And then when ready, on the next inhalation, invite the left arm up. So maybe the back of the hand rests against the wall. Maybe that left shoulder comes down. The gaze is up. And then if you'd like to deepen, on the next inhalation, we begin to straighten that right knee. So again, exploring the message of the wall. How is the wall being used for you? We have 3 more breaths. And then preparing to release the pose. On the exhale, gently releasing left hand down. So we bend that right knee. We're going to take a hold of our block. We're going to bring it with us as we turn the toes facing away from the wall. Let the bottom rest up against the wall. So we come into our wide angle forward fold. We're going to release our block down. Hands onto the hips. As we inhale, expanding into the chest. On the exhale, hinging forward. Come down 90 degrees. Look forward. Bottom resting against the wall. And then if it's comfortable, on the next exhalation, release the hands down. Maybe they come down and rest onto the block. Maybe the block changes. Maybe you melt a little deeper. Coming to the point of comfort without strain. On the next inhalation, rising up 90 degrees, hands onto the block, looking forward. Take a moment. On the next inhalation, grounding through the soles of the feet. Lift, rise up, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Releasing the hands, we walk the feet in as we move to the other side. So we're going to place our block up against the wall again. moving into our triangle. Move your block up a little bit more. So we're going to have that left foot up against the block. We're going to step back with the right, open that leg, have the right heel up against the wall. No, the right heel up against the wall. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Challenging me here. We're going to have a bend into that left knee. Place that left hand onto the thigh, looking down. So get strong and grounded into that foundation, to those legs. And then when ready, on the inhalation, begin to open the chest, drawing that right shoulder back. If it's comfortable, let the back of the head rest. The upper back, the back of the shoulder. And then when ready, inhale, sweep, elongate that right arm up. If it's comfortable, let it rest up against the wall. And then if you like to go a little deeper on the next inhalation, we straighten that left knee, coming into our triangle. And so as we hold this pose, settle in with the breath. We have 2 more breaths. Preparing to release, we slowly release that right hand back to the hip. On the next inhale, rise up, walking those feet in. Kind of press away from the wall. This time we're going to take our hands behind our back and just invite a gentle heart opening. Breathing deeply, exhaling completely. And then release, shake it out. Grab a drink of water if you like. We're going to move into my favorite pose, chair pose. So for those that are used to taking my class, particularly the seniors, you know I enjoy this for strengthening and balance here. So an option is to do this with or without the block. So if you'd like, we're going to stand and let our bottom rest against the wall. And again, you get to decide how challenging this pose is going to be by how far the feet are away from the wall. We're going to do 2 rounds with this. So we're going to take our block and we're going to place it between our inner thighs. And we're going to gently squeeze onto that. And what we're doing is we're trying to engage those muscles, engage the inner thighs, engage that pelvic floor. And then when ready, as you inhale, expand. On the exhale, slowly come down into chair. Let the back of the body rest against the wall, maybe the back of the head. And so we're grounding into those feet. We're squeezing the inner thighs. Draw the navel to the low back. Find a place to focus the gaze, because we're going to hold this for a couple of breaths here. Seeing as you exhale, releasing, relaxing. Again, as we explore the wall. If you can, we've got 3 more breaths. preparing to release the pose, we're going to place our hands onto the wall. On the inhale, press into the feet. Rise up, release the block. Walk away, gently shake. Take a moment. We've got one more to go. For this next round, if you found the first one challenging, I invite you to come into pose, whatever is comfortable for you. This round, we're going to add the arms. And so again, we rest our bottom up against the wall. We're going to place our block between our thighs, give a gentle squeeze. Walk those feet out to a point of comfort. And then when ready, as you inhale, lift, expand. On the exhale, come down to the point of comfort for you. And so, several variations. Here we were, option one. If it's comfortable, maybe allowing the back off the wall, still elongating through the spine. Another variation is we engage the arms. So find a place to focus the gaze. The stillness with the breath. And if at any time you feel uncomfortable, please come out of the pose before I give the cue. We've got 3 more breaths. Find that inner strength. One more breath. Slowly releasing the hands, taking the block. Press into the legs, rise up. Oh, release the block down. A full inhale. Exhale. We're going to take 2 more cleansing breaths. Deep inhale. As we exhale, blow out. Again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale. Beautiful. Now, as we take a moment, grab some water. We're winding down, preparing for Shavasana. Yes, a well-earned Shavasana. So I invite you to position yourself to whatever is comfortable for you. You may wish to have your legs back up the wall, or you can lie completely flat onto your mat or carpet, whatever you're doing at home. We're going to hold this for a period of time. If that's not comfortable, you can drop down.
It's comfortable right here.
Okay. So as we settle in, bringing that awareness to the body, feeling the body settling onto the earth. A full deep inhale, followed by complete exhale. Feeling the changes within the body. As we draw awareness, release and relax from the soles of the feet and toes to the tops of the feet, the ankles, shins and calves. Release, relax. From the lower legs through the knees, the thighs and backs of legs, into the hips and buttocks. Release, relax. From the pelvic region through the abdominal region, chest and throat. Awareness to the spine. Release, relax. From the low back through the middle back, between the shoulder blades to the neck. Awareness to the fingers. Release, relax. The fingers and hands through the wrist, forearms, elbows, upper arms and shoulders. The body becoming more and more relaxed as one moves awareness from shoulders and neck into the jaw, the facial muscles, eyes and eyelids, forehead, scalp, and beyond. As the body becomes more and more relaxed, allowing the breath to move one deeper into this sense of stillness and calm as one rests in Shavasana. Slowly bringing the awareness back to the breath. Deepen the inhalation and allow the exhalation through the mouth. And as one moves the awareness from the breath to the body, awareness of the tiny muscles by wiggling fingers and toes, gently rolling the head from one side to the other. And when ready, slowly bending knees and drawing knees to the chest, giving a gentle hug. Rolling the body onto one side, pausing for a moment, bringing this sense of peace and calm with oneself as you slowly press the body up, coming into a seated position. And if it's comfortable, I invite you to rest against the wall, the back against the wall, having the eyes closed. As we take a moment, first in gratitude for making the effort on the mat today. And as we take a moment of silence, reflecting on the wonderful messages, the benefits of this special wall yoga practice. And as we close today's practice, bringing the hands together at the heart center, acknowledging that divine light within each one of us, I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. It's an honor to guide you through this class. And a special thanks to my wonderful assistants. We wishing you all a wonderful day. Stay safe and healthy. Namaste.